as a progressive, proud member of this body for the last 12 years, I'm done. I'm done with us protecting people who would buy and abuse our children. I'm done. I don't want to send more black and brown men to prison. I don't want more people in prison, but I don't want people buying girls. I don't want people buying little girls anymore. And I'm tired of saying it's okay and that we have to protect the men who do it. As a mental health professional and as a social worker, I can tell you I've spent my entire career working with people who have been wounded. I'm not going to say beyond repair, but they have been wounded to their core by the abuse that's been heaped on them, oftentimes by those that they love and look to protect them. And if their parents won't do it, then by God, we should.
Wow, 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 you guys. Beautiful people, my brothers and sisters, my beautiful patriots. I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life. I told y'all we are living in some dark, dark times, man. Dark, dark times. I encourage you to spread the love to one another. You never know what somebody's going through, what they've battled with, what they're dealing with in today's time, man. Check on your loved ones. Be there for them. Protect them. Call them, text them, give them a hug for me. Be calm when you go out into the public, man. I told y'all we are living in some dark times, y'all. And this news we got today is huge, man. Huge. And thank you to my beautiful patriots that sent me Nez's video, that were sending me clips and articles. I was like, man, what are y'all sending me? But we are here, man. And you might want to watch this one all the way through. This is going to be a really good video. And make sure you share this video as well. Because, man, we got some huge news. And this is big, man. You know, and as I read the comments, you know, it only took 12 years to face the truth. You know, we are lost, man. We are far, far gone. You know, someone says, finally a DM that stands for what's right. But can she be trusted? This is just nasty. She admitted what they're doing and what they've been doing. Boy, boy, boy. It's sick, y'all. It is sick. Someone says Trump in a landslide. It is sick, man. And I tell you, we've been calling it out, you guys. And thank y'all for sending me things, keeping me updated as well, you know, so that we can push this out. But we're gonna go over to Nez's video, and y'all know he loves our channel. Make sure y'all check him out in the description box down below. And he breaks this thing all the way down to the T. But boy, 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 wow. And again, y'all comment down below. Try to keep the comments healthy. I know when stuff like this happens, I know everybody get riled up. You know, that adrenaline get to kicking, that testosterone, them hormones get to flowing, and you know that 5-hour energy shot. Y'all is off that pack, and you know what I'm saying. So just be respectful in the comments, man, when it comes to situations like this. But this is very, very serious, man. And y'all know we are sick of all this nasty stuff that has been happening and been going on. We've been covering it for quite a while now. But boy, let's check it out.
You're not going to believe this video I'm about to play for you of Democratic Senator Susan Eggman absolutely blasting her progressive party for what they are doing in the legislature, especially when it comes to passing laws against the purchasing and trafficking of children. Watch this.
Eggman. Thank you, Mr. President and members. I'd like to say, as a progressive, proud member of this body for the last 12 years, I'm done.
Done.
I'm done with us protecting people who would buy and abuse our children. I'm done. I don't want to send more black and brown men to prison. I don't want more people in prison, but I don't want people buying girls. I don't want people buying little girls anymore. And I'm tired of saying it's okay and that we have to protect the men who do it. As a mental health professional and as a social worker, I can tell you I've spent my entire career working with people who have been wounded. I'm not going to say beyond repair, but they have been wounded to their core by the abuse that's been heaped on them, oftentimes by those that they love. And look,
And I know a lot of you guys are saying, man, it takes 12 years to face the truth. You know. But again, y'all, please be respectful in the comments, but, you know, let your voice be heard. You know what I'm saying? Just be respectful when we're talking and replying to others. I know it gets kind of riled up now, but we got to stand up for what's right, man. Like I tell you, there's a lot of disgusting things that have been going on for quite a long time. We are living in some dark, dark times, man. And I'm wishing not only the best for you, but for your family, for your kids, man.
to protect them. And if their parents won't do it, then by God, we should. Again, I am not arguing that we open the gates to flood our prisons with people, but I am arguing that we have a moral responsibility to say enough. Enough. We have given away enough on this area, and we've got to move back into the center, or we all look like fools and laughing stocks. And what do we stand for? I ask all of you to watch the documentary that Senator Grove was in, Senator from Kern County was just in, that talked about this very place in Sacramento where girls are being bought and sold. Men are being given a slap in the hand or a couple days, and then they're back out again, and they do the same thing. They get caught over and over and over again, and somehow that's okay. It's not okay. It is not okay anymore. And no more am I watching. Like I said, I'm leaving, but the rest of you who are going to be here for a while, let's get our stuff together and really start focusing on some of the important things. We talk about learning and we talk about being safe. This is like at the core of it. And a lot of these kids can be throwaway kids. They're poor kids. They're kids of color. But they shouldn't have to live a life determined by what happens to them by others at a very young age, and by have the Democratic Party of California say it's okay. It's not okay. And I'm not doing it anymore, and I hope none of you do too. We have to be able to draw a line, and for me, I'm drawing a line. I urge your I vote.
This exposes so much. This video, I mean, I've watched this video a couple of times, if not 10 times already, and I'm just blown away every single time. This opens up the floodgates to hypocrisy, to conspiracy, to taking advantage of the law, taking an abuse of power. And it sends out reverberations and ripples to every other faction of this woke mind mafia, radical left it's not progressive, by the way. There's nothing progressive about this. This is a mafia. Holy macadamia nut.
Macadamia.
What did I just see? A little bit of context, and then I have so much to say, and I may even go over some more parts of the video here. Democratic Senator Susan Eggman, who is a representative part of San Joaquin County, just outside San Francisco. You and I both know San Francisco is an absolute dystopia. It's a shadow of its former self. Businesses are leaving, closing up. Crime is astronomical levels. Residents are fed up. Citizens are fed up. A once beautiful, thriving city is now a place that most people want to avoid. She gave this speech, Susan Eggman, Democratic senator, on the Senate floor last Thursday, when lawmakers were weighing legislation that would make it a felony to purchase or solicit a minor for commercial sex in the Golden State. Seems like a no-brainer. As a father, it's just an intelligent American citizen. It kind of seems like a no-brainer that, I mean, I don't even know why what are we weighing here exactly? How are we weighing this? How is it not a felony to ever purchase or solicit a minor for commercial sex? How is that not mandatory lifetime sentence, if not worse? Susan Eggman says, I quote, "I'd like to stay as a progressive, proud member of this body. For the last 12 years, I'm done, I'd like to say. I'm done with us protecting people who would buy and abuse our children. I don't want to send more black and brown men to prison. I don't want more people in prison, but I don't want people buying girls. First of all, that statement right there, I don't want to send more black and brown men to prison. What this statement right here says so much, because I thought the criminal justice system was blind. I thought it was not about color. It was not about discrimination. I thought,
and I'm so glad. This is why I'm so glad we're checking out his perspective and breakdown of this, you guys, because I knew Nez was gonna hit it right on the nail, just as we were all, because we were all thinking the same thing. I knew it. And I tell you, I watched the clip like 100 times myself, and my jaw just dropped to the floor. I say, what? And shout out to Justice that blew me up as soon as this got posted. So shout out to you, Justice. I want to thank you, and a couple others, but Justice sent me sent it to me like 5-6 times. I'm like, sheesh.
I mean, this harkens to DEI, everything that I've been talking about with the parasitic America's worst idea, DEI, which is literally discrimination, literally didn't earn it.
Didn't earn it.
What does that mean? I don't want to send more black and brown men to prison. What does it have to do with skin tone?
Yep.
What does it have to do with race?
Y'all know how we feel about the race card on the channel, man. Y'all know what we talk about in all our videos. Yep.
What does it have to do with traits that nobody has any control over? I mean, Susan Eggman has exposed the entire party. If this isn't going to be blasted all over traditional news, that tells you a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if woke state media completely suppresses this story. That's why I said at the top of the video, exclusive. What do you mean you don't want to send black and brown men to prison? You're not supposed to send anybody to prison based on that criteria. You're supposed to send people to prison based on the crimes that they commit, regardless of race, ethnicity, color, creed. That is the American way. What is going on here?
Point blank, period. And again, you guys share this video so people can see what's going on, man. Share this video. This is, like I said, we have to watch our words on here. But we've been covering this stuff for quite a long time these last couple of months, man. Same with the race card that they love to pull.
I don't want more people in prison, she says, but I don't want people buying girls. Good for you. Yeah, good for you. Way to come on the moral high horse. I don't want people buying girls. Finally, you stand up for something. I mean, that has to be, the fact that has to be said, the fact that has to be said out loud is an absolute joke. He says, I don't want people buying little girls anymore. I'm tired of saying it's okay that we have to protect the men who do it. Who is saying that you have to protect these men that do it? It's obviously
that's powerful.
Coming from, this is not an isolated, incident just in California. Remember, I've been saying this time and time again, and I know you guys, intelligent viewership and audience that we have here at Nez Nation, I know you guys know it. There is a consortium, the Obama, Clinton, Oprah, woke mafia consortium, that hands down all their orders to people like Cash Money G, Alvin Bragg, Judge Merchan, Judge Gargamel in the Letitia Big Shame James trial. It trickles down to all of these people. Who in the world are you talking about? This was the bill, by the way, that was authored by Senator Shannon Grove and actually supported by Eggman, which the only thing that it aims to do is to beef up the penalty to at least 2 to 4 years in prison. It should be a lifetime. It should be castration. In some countries, this is castration. as well as a sex offender registration. Oh, golly gee, wow, what a huge support for law and order. This is the most asinine, insane thing I've ever heard. It should be one of the most detrimental crimes any citizen could commit, and the consequences and the punishment and the sentencing should be the harshest that the law allows. This is GOP State Senator Shannon Grove. Last month, some Democrats had watered down the bill to only allow the felony classification for the purchase of minors under the age of 16. But it's okay if they're 16 and above. That's not a felony. Eggman goes on, I'm not arguing that we open the gates to flood our prisons with people, but I am arguing that we have a moral responsibility to say enough is enough. Oh, wow, look at where the morals show up. Sex trafficking of minor children. Now your morals come up. I was waiting for ages that somebody in this ridiculous radical party, this anti-American, anti-human, dehumanizing radical party, extremist party, would actually come to their senses and be like, man, how can I sleep at night knowing that we're doing this to the border? How can I sleep at night knowing that we're defunding the police and we're basically sowing chaos, as, you know, Robert Whackjob De Niro seems to claim in that press conference against Trump? I mean, I keep thinking to myself, there's got to be somebody with some sense of right and wrong, some sense of
common sense is long gone, man. We don't know what comes. So, y'all, we are far, far gone, y'all. Far, far gone.
Conscience to come out and say, you know what, we can't keep doing this. We can't keep giving kids puberty blockers and life-altering gender reassignment surgeries before they even are the age of consent without knowing what the long-term healthcare ramifications are. We can't keep sending money overseas just because we think it looks good when we have regular American citizens sending all their taxpayer money to fund all these billions and billions of dollars of proxy wars and God knows what else in Ukraine and others, when we have American citizens who are living paycheck to paycheck, barely surviving. I keep thinking there's got to be somebody in this party that would finally come to their senses. Is this it? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. This is like such a bombshell, explosive expose into the evil faction, into the evilness that is this radical, progressive, woke mind mafia consortium. He goes on to say, we have given away enough on this area, and we've got to move back into the center, or we all look like fools and laughingstocks. You can say that again. And what's happening right now, as I speak, with our dear beloved former president in these sham trials, this speaks to that and so much more.
Complete laughingstock. Yeah. Yeah. I know y'all come on here for me to laugh and have fun, and everybody loves my laugh and stuff. But this ain't, you know, I know when to flip that switch real quick, man. And I want y'all to know that, man. We are living in some dark, dark times, y'all. We really are. And again, I'm glad we have this platform to show you guys what's really going on, man. You know? And again, a lot of this stuff is not going to be pushed out a lot for other people to see it, you know? And this is why we are appreciated in this, you know, on this platform. So again, make sure you share this video around, man.
Senator Eggman goes on to say, a lot of these kids can be throwaway kids. They're poor kids. They're kids of color, but they shouldn't have to live a life determined by what happens to them by others at a very young age and have the Democratic Party of California say, it's okay. By the way, guess who supported this bill? Guess who supported this bill? And it passed 36-0. headed to the Senate Assembly. Guess who supported this bill? The ultimate minion, probably the most evil individual in this entire extreme anti-American woke mind mafia. Yep, you guessed it. Governor Gavin Newsom. Lion-ass dog. Governor Newsom. Of course. The guy that somehow has swayed all these people to believe his unyielding, corrupt, polluted vernacular and language somehow kept this guy in office. The guy who is directly responsible for the deterioration of my beloved state, one of the most beautiful pieces of real estate, one of the most beautiful states in our union, California. Of course, Newsom supported this bill that Eggman was so vehement and finally said, enough is enough. Ladies and gentlemen, this is proof of the ultimate highest treason. This is proof of the ultimate highest conspiracy by this parasitic faction, this mafia, which I call the woke mind virus mafia. I believe it's headed by some of the most notorious political giants that we've ever seen in our country, such as Obama, Michelle, Clinton, I've said Oprah, other people of that sort, Kamala, Tombstone, Biden, Vegetable in Chief. It's emblematic of how this party thinks. They don't care about you. They don't care about us. They only care about one thing. I've been saying it since day one of this channel. Power and the retention of power. They'll do anything. The reason why they're throwing every single sham trial, which by the way is costing taxpayer dollars, millions and millions of dollars. Those are resources that could have gone towards all sorts of infrastructure, actually fighting real crime, resources that could have been expended in areas that would have actually benefited society, benefited the city of New York and other states and
our veterans. I mean, you name it. Go down the list. But no.
other cities of the like. No. They don't care. They're so deathly afraid of this guy. They're throwing everything and the kitchen sink at this guy because they know he is going to disrupt everything. He actually cares about us. Because we knew it. We knew it. 4 years under him, everybody was prosperous. The economy, the global perception, taxes, everything, inflation, everything, unemployment, everything was flourishing under him. This is why I keep saying, Nose Nation, this is the most consequential election of our lifetimes. Everything counts. If you needed proof, you can't call us conspiracy theorists anymore. Channels like myself, independent media journalists like myself, you can't call us conspiracy. The cat's out of the bag.
Not the bag.
This is a whistleblower if I ever saw a whistleblower. She is telling her party and the American public and the entire world, I'm sick and tired of passing laws that have nothing to do with the actual benefit of American citizens, city, state, local, nationwide. I'm sick and tired of towing party lines just so we look good, just so we can get our votes, just so we can retain our power. I'm sick and tired. Can you imagine, guys? Everything that she said, we keep letting these people out and out because they're brown, because they're of color. We keep letting them out. How do you think that affected Lake and Riley? How do you think this mentality, when we say the blood is on Mayorkas' hands, the blood is on Tombstone, Vegetable in Chief Biden's hands, this is just a microcosm of the macro picture, of the macro agenda and blueprint that they have. This is exactly what we've been saying for years, for months, especially leading up with only less than 6 months away from the biggest election of our lives. We've been saying this the whole time. This is why Lake and Riley died. This is why we have 18 million illegal aliens here. This is why we have crime everywhere. This is why we have inflation. This is why all of our taxpayer dollars are going over to Ukraine. This is why we have this insane coddling, nurturing of this parasitic, devious ideology of transgenderism and puberty blockers and assigning transgender surgery before the age of consent. They don't care about us. They're willing to do anything to just toe the line and, in their mind, to get the votes so they can retain power. That's all they care about. This is living proof. This is the biggest expose I've seen ever that confirms it. Actual hard evidence from one of their own confirming and proving we've been right this whole time. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. This is only the beginning. I might do an entire series on just this expose that Senator Eggman, thank God, God bless her. I might even get her on the show. I mean, this is huge. This is bigger than we could ever imagine. But I want to throw this over to you guys. What do you—
Wow, boy. What y'all think of that, man? Comment down below. How do y'all feel? Again, try to be respectful in the comments, but again, let your voices be heard, man. Don't hold back. But I do just promote that y'all keep it healthy and respectful. Boy, make sure you share this video, man. Again, salute to my brother Nez, man. Make sure y'all check him out in the description box down below. Oh, boy. We are living in some dark times, man. And I encourage you to spread the love to one another. Keep being amazing leaders and mentors, man. Our parents, keep being amazing leaders and mentors, standing up for what's right. Right from wrong, man. We're living in some dark times, y'all. I'm not only wishing the best in you guys' life, but your kids' life, man. The future, the next generation, man. We called out everything, y'all. We're gonna keep calling it out, man. There it is for you. I love y'all. Remember to spread the love. Again, I'm gonna keep telling y'all that, man. No matter how many times y'all probably get tired of me saying it. God bless you all, and I will catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace and love, y'all.